Let's listen
Last
to
week, the African
RENO
Democratic
OMOKRI.
Congress compared
Let's
President
listen to
Bola
this
Ahmed
first. Thank you.
Tinubu to General Sani Abacha and said he was a dictator. Now let's examine that statement on the facts. Look at the people making that statement. The first person, David Mark, who is now the factional chairman of the ADC. Now, on April 11, 1994, David Mark gave an interview to Newswatch. I put that interview on my social media pages. It's gone viral. In that interview, David Mark admitted that he and Abacha planned the coup of November 17, 1993 that ended democratic rule and sent Emerson Eko packing. Now, this is the man, a person who brought Abacha, is now comparing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who at that point was fighting Abacha. And he said that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is like Abacha. And it's not just that. In his book, OMOKRI, the one who designed the transition program under Babangida, said that this David Mark was one of the people who supported the annulment of the June 12 presidential election. In his book, you can read that book. It says, The Tale of June 12, the betrayal of the democratic rights of Nigerians. Now, who's another person who's saying that? Peter Obi. Are you aware that in April of 1996, Peter Obi met with General Sani Abacha? Peter Obi was given a political appointment under General Sani Abacha as a member of a task force to decongest the ports. And then afterwards, Peter Obi bought, now this is him saying it, he confessed that in a viral video, that in that same year, 1996, he bought a house for £1 million cash in London. Now, you guys know how corrupt Abacha was. Until 2009, Abacha was the biggest thief in the world. He only became the second biggest thief in the world after Benny Madoff was convicted in New York. And then you worked for Abacha, and then that same year, when Abacha gave you a political post, you bought a house for $1 million cash in London. Today, you are now saying that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the man who funded Nadeco, is like Abacha. Now, who's the third person who said this? Dele Momodu, a man who admitted that Basharu MK Abiola picked him up almost from the gutters, that he was completely broke, a non-entity. And then he became a mentee to Basharu MK Abiola, who paid for his wedding. And guess what? When Basharu MK Abiola died in 1998, by 1999, few months after, this same Dele Momodu was collaborating with the Abacha family, splashing them on his Ovation magazine, doing PR for them. Imagine how Abiola would have felt in his grave, or how his family would have felt. And not just that, Dele Momodu admitted that when he ran away from Abacha to London on exile, he was completely broke. Who fed him? The president. Bola Tinubu gave him £500 to feed. Today, he is now comparing General Sani Abacha to that same Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Why? Because these guys bought a defective party.